I who was also forced off my native island by white men. I who was also demeaned for glowing and moving in a Caribbean way. I whose work was also harvested at a killer pace for white men's wealth. I who was also labeled a threat, harassed and hacked at for years by white men until cut down and wounded, I lay in my bed, barely breathing, hanging on to life by a thread that you nurtured with your rooted green airiness, with your ticklish tree vibe, with your handshakes at my bed window, and you taught me to weave myself together again, gently out of light, slowly beyond time and space, connecting with all that is and ever was and ever will be, to learn to be free, to learn to be free, to learn to be free.
Ilyana, and we all got to climb the tree while you were doing it.
Yes.
Like that was so amazing. Thank you. That's so wow. I could have stayed there for a while, right? I like that. Just stay there for a while. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, we gotta keep going. I want to like, you know what I mean? You want to like spend some time in each one. It's like, all right, give it up for Ilyana. All right, we have another virtual family share. I like my language. I like all of our language that we've been throwing around with each other these 3 days and making up things, new language. Nikki, we just heard you today, but I'm really looking forward to hearing you what you shared that we just heard freshly, and I'm really looking forward to hearing it again right now. So please, everyone, give it up for Nikki Weldon.
For love, I have tried to bend, fold, suck in, and squeeze myself into a box with appropriate wrapping tied with unproblematic ribbons. But love, when it's true, does not require contortion. For love, I have tried to hush, mute, ignore, quiet myself into whispers, so I would not disturb the thoughts of me you hold so dearly. But love, when honest, does not require silencing. To love, I have tried to run, walk, and leap over myself into the arms of someone else's assurances. But I wish this love, my love, would have brought me home to myself. Thanks.
Are you sharing another one?
I wasn't.
Did you share another one earlier?
Nope.
See, I imagine. No, I'm imagining. I love that. I love that. So many lines in that are takeaways. I can't wait to see all of these written down. So I hope I know that's going to happen. So we all have it and we can look at each other's writings as well as after having heard them, we need to see it because remember, we're all visual artists too. The way we lay them out on the page. Nikki, give it up for Nikki. That's so. Thank you for sharing your story with us in that way. Thank you. I hope you you thank you. That's been one of the phrases we've been sharing with each other. You thank you. I like that. I remember that myself. This next person is someone that I've known for a long time. There's quite a few people in here that I know, and I like that I'm getting to know, and then ones I've known for a long time through a lot of iterations and before babies and after babies. Those friends, before 29-year-olds and after 29-year-olds, right? Boy, I love you. Give it up for Gail Lloyd. You have your thing? You have your thing? You got it. I do. Have it close by, maybe right here. All right, I'm just gonna dive in, y'all.
You got this. Take your time, Bill.
Okay.
Don't, it's all right.
Up to the nose, up to the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, one at a time.
All right. I remember about my mom. Hey, Mom, your mother gone from you at age 4, you, the youngest of 6. Years later, understanding her cause of death. Hemorrhage, self-abortion, gone wrong. You could have continued a cycle of hurting and abusing and cruelty and addiction, but you didn't. You figured out a way to end that shit for us. How did you make it through, Mom? How? With your heart intact, still tender? Or was it? Pain and shame circle back, complicated by love and strength and need. You gave much more than you ever received. So thank you, thank you. What is living? Why this dying? Why did you have to suffer? One of my biggest fears in life has always been living without you, Mom. You gave me a gift. You lived so long, long enough for me to get ready, set in my soul. You gave me a chance to care for you, to show you some tenderness and love. So thank you. Thank you for living. Thank you for living just shy of 92. You never wanted to live a long life, you said. You said you didn't want to be dependent on your children to feed you and wash your ass, quote unquote. But yet, there we were. So thank you. Thank you for giving me the honor of caring for you. Why did I feel so compelled to record my mother during her decline? A documentarian's habit of observation, maybe photos, video, audio, the slow trajectory toward death. How dark, how morbid, right? Well, I needed to know her. It was my I was desperate to find my mother in this person that I no longer recognized. Dementia is a thieving motherfucker, stealing beauty and wisdom and kindness away. Sneaky little punk ass bitch. Disjointing her memory and reason. I fucking hate you. Dementia did give me my mom some great words though, like when she said, wow, that's fabulism. And that was a good one because she was right. Mom's night terrors replaced night sleep. Morning after, I sobbed, head in her lap. She asked me, do I see tears? I said yes. Opportunity to tell her how much I will miss her. She says she imagines that she will be a butterfly upon death and flit from flower to flower. She flapped her arms, fluttering and laughed. It was a sweet moment. So you know, from now on, I'm gonna be checking out each and every butterfly. So is that you, Mom? One day, 4 weeks to the day after she died, after you died, Mom, was a particularly hard day for me. Leadened with grief, walking up to my porch, vibrations of something true touching me. I stopped in my tracks at the sight of flowers on the rhododendron. 23 years, Angie and I have been in this house, for the first time ever, it bloomed. Heart lifted for a day. She is free. Thank you.
So proud of you. Yes, Will.
Being the hostess or whatever of the thing, and also feeling all the things, and then having to come up here and oh, Queen is coming in. Is this Queen Marlene? Queen Marlene. Coming in. Yeah, go home and Nadine and Queen Marlene are coming in. One of my favorite people in the world, I think. Gail Lloyd. Thank you. Thank you. You thank you. So many of those lines I want to take with me. So many. I could barely keep it together. That's a good thing. I'm grateful to still in mood. Oh, if I become stoic, everybody's in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? Hear me on this. You heard my shit before? Oh, if I become stoic, everybody's in trouble. All right? Emotionless would be another thing. Yeah, Lloyd, one more time before we go. I have the pleasure, one of my new friends, with my little new friend, and another little new friend. Guess what, Leon? It's your mom's turn. At the microphone. Okay, up to the microphone, please. Give your mom a big round of applause, Leon. Yay! You got your thingy?
Oh.
Leon, give it up for your mom. Yay! I'm calling this estuary. And everyone who helped me include this word into my poem earlier. I want our children to know laughter that only runs free like estuary, that glitters as it flows through their bloodlines past to present, and welcomes them into this precious moment with warmth and remembrance. Like waterfall, their giggles partner with forces strong like gravity to pour into a cool pool of lineages. It bubbles and it fizzes, filling up with the riches of memories reflecting who they are today and why. Let the familiarity of their ancestors cradle them into futures of glory and truth. They know freedom is their birthright. It is fact. And they honor it. Instead, their shrill screams for help go unheard, unlistened to, maybe. Lifetimes shattered in seconds. Missiles strike children. Destinies of laughter destroyed and replaced with the horror of genocide. Rivers once responsible for flowing freely to the sea, now burdened with washing the blood away and remnants of body. Brown vessels that carry content so powerful,
so honorable, so loving and lively. How could they not be admired by those lacking substance of spirit? They seek righteousness from our holiness and our glory again and again. And we watch and we let them, as if we know they need it more than we. Let them have it. Let them feel victorious, because if you know anything about spirit, God, the divine, then you know this meaningless material journey is just one invisible atom in the atmosphere of love and truth. Their immense destruction on this small planet has nothing on us. Our ancestors' laughter echoes and gains momentum every time we tell their stories, which are our stories and our laughter too, and our children's. They run free like estuary and waterfall into a sea that glitters as it travels from past to present and future. Free Palestine, free Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Sudan, and all of Yeah, fuck imperialism, fascism, and I did it. Yes, I love to see it happening. I love to see it happening live. It's coming to life live. Don't you love to see that? Don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Like we watch each other doing this. We're with each other while these things while we got all these emotions out of us, all of these thoughts, all these ideas, wrote them down, put them together in phrases and lines and sentences, and made poems out of them, and then sharing it, and now we're performing it. I mean, this is, hey. Oh, and the, Greek. Wow. Well, that part. And the good games part, but I'm saying, we've been in youth. We've been in the like murky ass oatmeal bowl of light right now. I don't know where I got there. We've been in the murky ass oatmeal. Yes, give it up for the poke cake. I like looking at the scenes going by on South Street too. I am looking forward to all of these poems. I'm telling you, I know them now. Like when somebody's coming next. Okay, I know it's coming, and then I don't remember, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, that's right. There are also many like Easter eggs and surprises and shit that I didn't, because you gotta like have time. It's like a time release. Poems are time release. So time release capsules. Marquita Davis, the New York's about to be a soliloquy theater person, because that's what we said. Marquita Davis, come through.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me. Okay. Was he lying this time? I remember thinking. I told him of my plans to go to the courthouse that morning. The papers would be filed. Was this another instance of manipulation? Intentionally not taking medications to worsen existing conditions? Toxic behavior towards himself had become his remedy for my ideas about leaving, but now we were both sick. The definition of ironic, because at one time, he was my chosen tonic, his kisses an elixir that made fragrant the bullshit they came with. At one time, I loved the scent of him. But he stopped kissing me so long ago that I no longer know if it's his bullshit I'm smelling or my own. That morning, he said his chest was hurting. His was hurting well, mine was breaking, realizing his complaint left me contemplating instead of caring. He hadn't noticed, I guess, that my energy began to match his, resulting in me caring less and less until there was nothing left of us to care about. It was just me sleeping alone. He was only on the sofa, but he was supposed to be in my bed. His arm beneath my head, his leg over my hip, my backside cold as his side of the bed. I still saved space for him, holding back layers of sadness that only grew heavier, and I was tired. So very sad and tired. The teacher said that flowers are made of non-flower elements. The tiny yellow spikes that crown dandelions, the satiny sheen of rose petals, and the billowy soft look of peonies, the fragrance of lilacs. All their nectars and pollen enjoyed by bees and butterflies are from some speck, kernel, or other named seed filled with potential, fed with light and water. Was there hope within that seed for itself? A hope that foretold not only of its survival, but its radical transformation that could only begin with its burial at many times its height. How would it survive without a means for its own care? How did it believe without proof? Did the seed remember its roots from which it fell, or the plant from which it fell? Does it know that its roots are an extension of those? Well, what is grief then? Is it made of non-grief elements? Anger, resentment, sadness, rage, remembrances, laughter, joy, love. Can a portion of grief be buried like a seed? If so, what would grow from it? Would it depend on what took root? Would it depend on where it took root? Can a broken heart be fertile soil? Someone wrote about a rose that grew through a crack in the pavement, something alive and lovely. Its existence opposed the conditions of its development. Even through the surrounding darkness, light and water found it.
I like that little dance though at the end. I like all these new ideas, like like you're like, if you plan it and it's this and it's that, like we weren't thinking about that. And you were like talking about good games, like, hey, I'm like, whatever the good game. I'm like, all right, I mean, I know I put it in the title, but I'm saying, you're like, yeah, let's focus on them. I'm like, okay, we can focus on good game, But all the new ideas, and Jay, you also have a new idea. I don't know if it's in your thing, but I'm just saying you shared it. I don't remember what the new idea was, but that's right now because there's lots going on. But lots of new ideas that were shared that I have not been thinking of. So I really, and plus some banging ass poems and stuff that I know everybody is happy you have now. So yeah, Marquita Davis, you love it. Okay, now I love our variety. I love the variety and hybrid nature of our offering and our experience right now. Next is going to be Barbara Kagosi's piece, and Barbara isn't here, but Barbara recorded it to the Bill Evans piece, and Nikki's going to play it, and so we're going to get a listening treat right here without Barbara here, but here. Ready? Yes. Barbara Kagosi, you ready, Nikki? All right, let's go.
The morning of your, I cannot go there. I can't let myself go to that place that connects me to your absence. The sadness hurts too much. I still speak of you in the presence, so they say. I am not aware. I paused it. The morning of your, I cannot go there. I can't let myself go to that place that connects me to your absence. The sadness hurts too much. I still speak of you in the presence, so they say. I am not aware. I am not aware. You never left. You never left me. I speak to you every morning and night. I see you in me. They see you in me. I'm reminded you are not here. I cannot go there.
And she put that thing in there that she so familiar with. And didn't even realize it, remember? Didn't even realize she had put the thing she says every day. I can't go. And now it's like, the thing anyway. Barbara, and Bill Evans, and whoever's in here, you know. Bill Evans, please. Okay? Is this working still? I don't hear myself anymore, like in the speaker.
Said it's loud.
Okay. 'Cause I don't know, 'cause
They might have
I
turned
can
it
hear
down.
myself.
Number.
And I think that's necessary, right, for us to hear ourselves? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody's been hearing themselves, right?
Yes.
Okay, can we get that back? It's my point, before I introduce the. You want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. You want something done right, I'm testing the mic. You want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. You want something done right, I don't hear. I know I'm a bossy. I'm not trying to rush you, I'm just saying, I don't know. 'Cause I'm not here. It's the wizard is behind the curtain. Marquita, that line, when you say, I know it's referring to Tupac, right?
Which one?
The concrete flower.
Oh, it might be. I couldn't remember who said it.
Okay, but I'm just gonna tell you, it makes me think, it sounds very much like, it feels very much like a line from my poem, Philadelphia Child.
Word.
And I'm like, I can keep saying, yeah, and I wanted to tell you, and now I can't let it go.
That's okay.
Cause, the line is, Philadelphia Child. Mild, wild, water with, no, Philadelphia Child, mild, wild, wildflower, water with child power, growing from cracks and cement sidewalks and schoolyards and playgrounds, singular and lovely, common and ugly, Philadelphia Child.
It's like so many connections, like when you said that, I'm like, wait, hold on, that's so, like, damn, does she know that? No, she don't even know. It's very, right? It's crazy, right? Thank you for that. And I had to like go in my brain, anyway. All right, thank you, little drummer boy and the wizards behind the curtain. Next up is my new, Kujina Morgan. Coming up to the mic. Morgan! Morgan! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh shit, I think I forgot.
I forgot. Okay, Morgan.
You got another one for you right here. There you go.
All these bonnets.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
We use all these bonnets.
Would you like my spare bonnet?
Here's a new speech. You might want to need that.
Cause these streets be young me.
You might want to. Yeah, me.
Hello,
Hello.
my name is Morgan.
Morgan.
I usually, when I present poetry, I usually go by my nickname Mo, but I decided to put the organ in it today.
Yeah. Mo got my.
I have two pieces. They say when a great soul dies, peace blooms. But no one has died here. There wasn't a burial for anyone to attend. There is no peace. My peace is missing. Have you seen her? I put up posters all along the walls of my empty house to see if she was there, but when I called out, my memories screamed back at me. I walked many miles minding my mistrust, made sure to avert my eyes from the stars who didn't burn for me, and wrote the address down for my peace to be returned to me. But still no one called.
That part.
I sent an SOS for her to find me and watch the solar flare get swallowed into the dark sky like it was nothing at all. How will I find my peace? In church, they used to say, peace be upon her, peace unto her, peace within. Maybe that's why I'm a failed Catholic, because I am peace without.
Okay.
I feel like I'm running to her through quicksand, the hourglass washing me down like any other grain of time. I wasn't quick enough, fit enough. I never did fit. Sit, they say, sit with it. They said when a great soul dies, peace blooms. But what does it mean when I keep killing every plant I touch? There goes another one tossed into my backyard graveyard. Have you seen my piece? If you have, please let her know I'm looking for her.
Yes.
And then the second one is based on the Bill Evans piece. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt me that I loved you. I don't regret anything I gave you, made you. No, it doesn't hurt. How could it hurt me if I don't know what warning signs are when they're glaring me in the face? No, it didn't hurt me. What hurt was knowing that I wasn't enough and that you'd still blame me anyway. You see, a butterfly who's been born in captivity wouldn't question the hand that feeds it if it didn't know there was more to life than looking through a tiny hole in a screen. Can't see the glass when it's all around pressing me in, not even when the sun shines in. No, it didn't hurt me. But these wings are ready. Paper thin, but I'm reaching in. Untack me from the walls within. I'm not your specimen for your study. And no, it didn't hurt me to love you because that was all me. Okay, before I go, I just wanted to say, thank you all so much for holding all this space for me this weekend. Really meant a lot, and I just really appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. You already You added some, I see, I be paying attention, see? Morgan added some new stuff, y'all heard that?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, Morgan. Yeah, Morgan. Yeah, everybody. But, yeah. Oh, man, what was I thinking? Something, I don't know, it goes so fast. You like, you gotta write it down. I just saw, it say $25 on that chunk. I don't know why. It's a little yellow sticker. Just go. All right, Urs, focus. Focus. Oh, I know this John. It's the next John. I know this John's mom. And I know this John, but I know this John.
Yeah.
And everybody be talking about this because John was like, talk about, everybody talking about my mom. Everybody. But I'm saying though, Ari is here with Ari's voice and Ari's stories and Ari's writings, and we love it, and we want to hear it more often.
Yeah.
Ari. Bring it up to the microphone, Ari.
And her cute little Ugg boots.
Colors.
I got a little Ugg problem. Hi, my name is Ari. I have an Ugg problem. Bear with me, folks. I'm not a fan of the microphone, but we're gonna be friends today.
Yes.
I think I've amputated my own emotions. My eyes cry and my feelings swell, but it catches me off guard every time. Like I'm surprised that I can still feel through all the numbness. Have I experienced too much trauma? Or perhaps I've convinced myself that it's better this way. I don't even tell my therapist the truth. I can't convince myself if I can't convince others. They can ask all the questions they want, and I will lie because I am lying to myself. I can't tell you the truth I can't bear to face. You wear your trauma like a badge of honor and revolt when they call you a victim. You don't want to be called strong, but don't dare call you weak. You want things to change, but you won't do anything to change them. You're an enigma and a headache. You listen to everyone describe you because their opinions have value, right? And cringe at the many descriptions that don't fit. How could everyone get it wrong? Are you really that many yous? Or maybe you're nobody and nothing. You're starting not to care again. You're starting to fade out again. Fleeting moments where I pinprick the sky like tiny starlights, illuminating the world beneath me. Then the darkness comes in again and I forget that I was ever that bright, ever that nuanced and unique. You like to put me in the wrong box. You see it doesn't fit, but like water, you want me to be malleable. I am not. I haven't been flexible since childhood. So I won't conform, but I won't rebel. I can't even explain it to myself. I keep trying, asking myself what I need to make a change. The answer is always dark or extreme, never simple. Nothing ever is. And I'm not afraid, at least not in the way one would think, just lazy. Because that's the right word, right? Unwilling to give up what little you have for the unknown, even knowing that it will most likely be the thing that you've been seeking. You're a coward. Unable to give up base comforts for greatness, waiting for someone else to give you the go ahead. Do you ever move for yourself or is someone always pulling your strings? Too real. Go ahead and do what you always do. Put yourself away, hide the light. It always bursts out of your ill-fitting box anyway. And smile like you like it. Because until you don't, you do. Let the light fade out again. We'll only try to keep you bright for so long.
Oh, I'm wincing. I'm wincing.
Ooh. Yikes. Y'all telling the truth on therapy? I got it on video. I got it on video. I got it on video when it went out. I'm like, yeah, listen, hope everybody's telling the truth and hope the therapists are telling the truth. And, wow, what are we doing to ourselves? We gotta like recuperate and we're not giving ourselves the time to recuperate. I mean, we're just taking the onslaught. All right. Thank you, Ari. Give it up for Ari. Yeah. I don't know what's about to happen now. You about to, I don't know, some hates, some helpful hates is about to be invited into the room, are they not? I hope they're helpful. But as I heard it earlier from our friend Kalita, that, she knows some spirits and we, parlaying with them and whatnot. So, we don't know who's about to come into the space right now, but give it up for Kalita Pitts and see what happens. Oh, sure. Sorry. Hello. Hello. My name is, yes. Yes. Thank you. Hello, my name is Kalia D. Pitts. I am the daughter of Charles and Yvonne Pitts. This piece is entitled Witnessing. Unpeeling. I came to witness the birth of hurt, the unpeeling of feeling, hold, the sweet babe that is grief, to catch, to wrap, to sheath, this raw, new being. Intimately. I have been living with ghosts for as long as I could see, known them intimately. Seen the shadow man on the stairs, and when I was playing in the back drive, the wild woman danced at my feet that time I let myself open to the other side. I smoked good weed with some good folks, niggas that been long dead, and I've never known, but still on my altar, they have a home. I have been living with ghosts for as long as I could see, known them intimately. My grandmother and I have only met in the mirror and through the windows of my mother's grief. My grandfather and I commune often in the kitchen over a blunt and a strong bitter drink. They are a seeping electric river flooding the caverns of my body. I have been living with my ghosts for as long as I could see. We know each other intimately. They tell me that nothing prepares you for the ache and moan of death. So I kissed my loved ones deeply now, hold them tightly to my breast, so that we may have this memory, my perfume, your warm flesh, when the time finally comes to lay all my niggas down to rest. Hey. Yes. And we will live with our ghosts. For as long as we are we know them, love them, know them, miss them, love them, know them. We be them intimately. Thank you. Love that channel. Oh, sorry. That's okay. I did. Love them, miss them, know them.
Hello?
No, you don't went out there.
Oh, how?
Okay.
Love them, miss them, know them, right?
Yes.
We love them, miss them, know them, we be them. We love them, miss them, know them, we be them. We love them, miss them, know them, we be them. We love them, we miss them, know them, we be them. We love them, we miss them, we know them, we be them. Feels good. Okay, it's cool. I took a photo. I'm recovering. From 2 weeks ago. This, all right? Does everybody reassure everybody as much as everybody needs to be reassured? I need to reassure my own damn soul. That's what I learned on this weekend. Thank you. I can. And I would like to be doing it more often. That I can. That I want to now. Y'all got me wanting to
Yes.
reassure my soul
Yes.
more often.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
You think
You thank you. You love you. You love you. You love you. All right. Yes. Let's keep it going. Okay. All right. Let me see. What's this? So let's just share it. Today was nice. All right. I'm remembering, looking forward to Jessica Noon. So.
Yes.
No, I didn't think about how fly my last name is, yo.
I feel like as a poet, I don't want to go.
I was about to ask you what. You can list it. What was it?
It's Noon.
Okay.
News.
News.
N-O-O-N-U.
No, let's do it. Poetry is like where I put all my taboo, and I'm like, how do I come up with a name that's not mine? So I can still.
You got a pretty good one.
Yeah.
You should just go by Miss Noon.
I'll be like, my name is Ursula Noon. I'll meet you at noon.
That's a good news. You always on my tongue.
Oh, hi, Noon.
Feel like I just got to class and remember my last name and everything.
Come through.
This is called How to Meet Grief.
Yes.
So grief has arrived on your doorstep, which is a very poetic way of telling the story of one's absolute worst nightmare of sudden loss. But that's where we are. First of all things, please give yourself all the softest love and demand hugs and caresses and blessings from whomever and whatever you can. And eat and sleep and cry and moan and whine and piss and shit and let all your earthly human needs be met and at once come completely undone. And ask, tell, demand any help and love you can possibly request, even knowing that they might not, and many times they won't, and sometimes they can't, and even when they do, it won't be enough. But I beg of you, just try. And I'd like to say then, after you're all loved up and you're ready to meet grief, but no. This motherfucker is at your door, in your home, in your heart, in your veins, just as sure as all the love you ever contained for your beloved permeated your soul completely, so will this pain. And they say grief comes in waves, but it can also feel like being overtaken by a freight train. But you can meet the grief, so make your presence known. Stand and inhabit your skin, wrinkle your nose, wiggle your toes, swing your arms, move big and small, shake and bounce, walk and ramble, and run if you must. Sigh and shrug and mumble, and speak out with your voice. Talk to anyone, or talk to no one, to the air, to the plants, to the planets, to the animals, to the trees. Pray to your God, your goddesses, your ancestors, your family, the stars, and of course, your deceased. But say your piece, say it out loud so grief can hear you. Be louder than grief. Shout it, sing it, cry it. If you can't sing it or talk it, clap it or snap it. Bang on your kitchen counter, your trash can, your pots and pans. Hum it, whisper it, whistle it, shuffle it, shake it. Feel your presence and your power. Make waves. With your movements, with your sound, with your ever-beating heart.
Meet the grief with all the energy and space that you make in this world. Imprint the grief with your own profile.
Yes.
Be the wave itself.
Mhm.
The grief won't shrink. It won't leave. There's no escape, but it will move and ripple out from your presence, your body lines. Its waves will combine with yours until you are all swimming together, advancing and receding with the moon tides. But as long as you keep moving, you can survive. And if you meet the grief, then at least you can keep a piece of yourself to grow back your soul anew.
Okay.
So don't let the grief overcome you. You own this grief, it's yours. And as much as you can push it away, you can also pull it in tight. And one day you just might.
Yeah.
Where the heck was her now? So.
You ain't even know Warren was in here, did you? No. Warren came through to support, which I think is amazing.
Yes. You know, Warren wanted to be part of this workshop. Warren needed to be part. Warren has lost a lot. Warren wanted to be part. Warren couldn't. I want to share that because I really love Warren. And me and Warren helped keep each other together when we lost our people around the same time. In 2022, we were right there. All of a sudden, the universe, whatever, the stars, whatever, brought us together, and we was boo-hooing and sending fucked up texts to each other, and we knew we could. All right, we knew we could. We knew we could when wasn't many others at that moment. And I'm like, oh, okay, is you Warren? All right. And then Warren came to support it. And so I really love that. But anyway, somebody took my paper with the bliss. So, Jess.
Who took the paper? That's okay. You got carried away and took my.
Too many papers.
I love it. Okay. We're going virtual.
I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about it. I'm excited. We're going to have 2 virtual family sharings. Okay. First is going to be Dominic.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Crystal and Dominic is sharing, and then Crystal recorded. So you know, we got a lot of energy, different energies going on. But up first is Dominic Bradley. Thank you, Dominic. Come through. Give it up for Dominic.
Live from Brooklyn.
Hi, my name is Dominic. I am the child of Kevin and Karen. I will be reading Untitled, a poem in 4 parts. 1, it has been 13 months, 28 days since you transitioned to the other side. The 1-year anniversary was a slip and fall that leaves one shaken but intact. The rest of November 2023 was broken bones and shattered teeth, a grimy, dangerous journey in which I was both predator and prey. November 17th, the funeral. November 25th, your birthday, always so close to Thanksgiving. 2, my insides hung on the outside like sausage casings, buoyant yet inflamed by the absence of cells, tissues, and organs that knew a life with you in it. I cried from my soul. I cried from the sub-basement of my soul. But then I allowed others to witness me in my grief, built you a memorial wall, freshened my altar, and laid a home-cooked meal there, danced Saying, suddenly my insides were back on the inside. Kind of. 3, they spoke to me, my insides. Psst, psst, psst. November 17th. Remember the mortician made him look so good? You almost commanded him to get up, Baker. You swore you saw his head move the tiniest bit. November 25th. Remember the time he rocked up to the Thanksgiving table in nothing but brown briefs, and all us kids ordered him to put some clothes on? We ate off that story for decades. 4, you assumed I wouldn't be carrying on your legacy, but I hold within me your doggedness, your swagger, your humor, your little sticky tricky lets all of them know who the fuck they're playing with. Even on the days I can embody none of these things, I keep your name in my mouth always, from that day till the end of my days, appreciating that my insides are the original whisperers. Legacy is not just a name. Legacy is me on this plane of existence, giving breath to who you were and who I am because of you. Love, the first and bestest baby.
Love it, Dominic. Love it. Sub basement. Ooh, I almost stay in the sub basement when Dominic says the sub basement. I'm like, oh shit. But then you take us further. I love it. And I love a poem. If I love a poem, the version, we could do so many things. The sky is the limit. But when you do it in parts, right? Part 1, part 2, but like, I'm going to investigate. I mean, like I've done it, but I haven't done it in like a while. But I want to do like some part poems. You can really do that any way you want to, unless you're whatever, you're giving a lesson again. Tanka, haiku, sessy, whatever. But anyway, thank you, Dominic. Up next is Crystal's recording, and I'm really excited about hearing. I'm excited about it. Yeah. But you know how Crystal's poem ends up at the end. We're gonna get to the surprise part at the end. Give it up for Dominic, and then give it up for Crystal.
I don't know if it's my
Nikki,
phone.
we can't hear it. I think you have to,
When Great Trees Fall by Maya Angelou. And when great souls die, after a period, peace blooms. Slowly and always irregularly, spaces fill with a kind of soothing electric vibration, our senses restored, never be the same, whisper to us. They existed. They existed. We can be and be better, for they existed. Now it feels as if I only regularly. The first time white supremacy hijacked my career, I managed to keep going despite the sleep issues. Then the second time I navigated white supremacist constructive dismissal, I naively thought I could earn a living freelance writing, as if most editors were not still often privileged ass fuckers, since these publications all performatively posted across social media about how BIPOC writers and LGBTQIA+ writers and disabled writers were especially welcome to contact them. That was before further white supremacist exploitation in the publishing industry, followed by COVID, which exacerbated migraines. So by the time my hermit crab essay was censored for its free Palestine message, for my first in-person art exhibition, while surviving unethical leadership cosplaying as disability justice in the nonprofit industrial complex, while my partner prepared for a move across the country for a job offer he lacked the privilege to decline after suffering his own trauma from institutional violence that forced him out of a psychotherapy training program and prompted a human rights lawsuit, I shut the fuck down, as trying only seemed to guarantee trauma when fat, brown, queer, disabled, immigrant, and woman. No wonder 2023 was when I first learned what it was like to not be able to stop crying long enough to brush my teeth. Because even though I had done a great deal of sobbing before last year, it would be my partner's move that taught that lesson. In theory, I know that I must exist, but this existence feels much less like any practice I want to engage in on most days. Yet I stay, some days just out of spite, because my late grandfather who raised me did not become Trinidad's first brown navigator in spite of British colonizers, for my ass to succumb to their mediocre descendants on Turtle Island. And my late grandmother persevered through countless health issues during my childhood to nurture this sense of self in me for another decade after Pappy passed on, even moving to Canada with me to support my educational pursuits. I remind myself that I exist because they existed. And that is true even when I barely want to exist, as my very existence is and will always be my resistance.
My very existence
Yes.
is and will always be
My
my resistance. Praise God. Yes. Love it. I'm like, oh, we get into it. We got like, all right, it's almost it's amazing. We're rounding it out. Take a breath. It's okay. Even if it's not. You've been hearing that all night. It's okay, even if it's not, basically. I'm gonna try and be short, whatever. I don't know how I can, but listen, I think it's very impactful that the first time when we did it completely virtually and Sift and Nikki and Nadine and everyone agreed to do this wild and Ebony to do this wild thing idea, and it was all virtual and then one of the people that I met then is now my friend.
Nice.
And I just think that's so incredible. And Nadine's friend, we're all, we're all really connected, like connected family. I know I'm getting emotional. Love you. I love all of you. I love you. I love this new friendship we're building and we're growing and any other new ones
Sisterhood.
that are happening.
Yes.
Fucking togetherhood, yo, some real shit, on some real shit, okay? Some togetherhood. We don't never use that. Togetherhood?
Yes.
Like that shit. Melissa from Toronto, that came all the way from Toronto.
Wow.
Come on, Melissa.
Yes.
Come through with the all this support. You got outfits, polo support.
Thank you, Ursula, for that beautiful introduction. My name is Melissa Brizuela, and the piece that I'll be reading today is called Burial. I was born on the back of a turtle, of kin who came of their own volition, with histories and families bound yet broken, their saltwater journey stinging like lashes in leaves unseen. I sought solace in dim places of the house, stayed away from mirrors because they reflected back only a shell of me. My favorite place was beneath the smoky gray glass coffee table. Its liquid-like top drowned out the infinite pools of impossibility. We're taught to walk on solid ground, but I still move through life like a sea captain whose legs have never seen dry land. It's why I admire the grace of dancers on ice with sharp skates on a frozen pond. The surface folds, but if it were to break, they'd be swallowed whole, met by the perils of life beneath the surface. I learned to translate the language of my mother's tongue and my father's rage. Too often in my youth have I been called an old soul, and in my desperation to be grown, I thought it was a compliment until I understood what it meant. A premature death of spirit aching to be free. There are missing pieces from my youth, hidden crawl spaces of my mind. Never one to be afraid of dark places, only grateful for their shelter when I couldn't win. It would be a disgrace to make haste of the plot and the grave. It would be a disgrace to race to the grave as the only way to be set free. So, words can act like a sledgehammer or a shovel. So I picked up my pen like a builder to dig myself out of a hole. Breathe life into the meaning of the time that's passed me by.
Lissa. Thank you. Lissa. It's beautiful. Looking good, sounding good, feeling a little better than we all did, I think. Feeling a little better. I can admit that. I'm feeling. Hey, look. You see how I was like, all right, hold up. I'm feeling a little better. Thank you. I'm feeling a little better.
Do you feel like you got some good games?
Even if it just seems to carry.
Actually, yes. Thank you. That was a fine. All right. Okay, see, we all becoming friends for real, for real. He just silently checked me and it's good. Yes, I do. How about all of you?
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Okay. Jay, what's up? You good? You taking breaths? You breathing? You got oxygen going to your brain? You got okay. All right, bring up Jay from Pittsburgh. Oh, wait. Yeah, bring your body. I got your body. I got your body. I got your body right here. Okay. I know, right?
Let me just take
Hi, guys. Okay, I'm Jay. This is like a combination of like 3 poems, so, and it's untitled, so, yeah. When a great soul dies, a period of peace blooms. But what if that soul wasn't that great? What if they were just a person trying to make it through life? Then what happens? I really think someone needs to figure out what blooms in that period. If a great soul equates peace, does just a soul produce a mourning or a yearning for the return? Take comfort in knowing that whether the soul is great or whether the soul is just a soul, they can't return. No one can return, but let that give you a piece of peace. And let that bloom in that period. We get to decide what blooms, and we get to decide if we water it so it grows and blooms like a rose through the crack of dry earth. I invoke these thoughts that are unable to leave, so they are embraced. I invoke these thoughts that are unable to leave, so they are embraced. I invoke these thoughts that are unable to leave, so they are embraced. I want to tell myself my own story, so I never forget it. I want to tell myself my own story, so I never forget it. I thought I would know myself enough to be able to tell it, but I don't, and that's okay. So I accept that my story is ever changing, never stagnant like a puddle, but like a stream that flows through my mountains and my valleys that urge my soul to wander off the path that I was put on. Right. And into the wonder of the unknown that no longer needs to be feared, but loved.
Say it.
For life experiences are never planned. Fall into the unknown and trust that it shall catch you too, as it always has, and as it always will. As it always has, and as it always will.
Jay went up there. She was little Jay when she went up there. She capital Jay now. Jay. I said you was little Jay when you went up there. You capital Jay now. Like yeah, weekend. I'm like blown away.
Oh, she got yes, repeating, using the joyous repetition. Yeah, I see you. Yes, height. We all got each other. Height. This is how it should be. When are we doing it again? No, it's that. Look, Sis is working there. Everybody working their asses off. Give it up for Jay one more time. So I was at New Blue NYC a few weeks ago, you know,
And I'm in this, I told you, I was like, yeah, it was so tight in there. And I'm like, oh my God, let's roll the dice. It's a cool casino up in here. It was all these people. I'm like nervous. Everybody all tight and shit. It's like a corridor. It's like a venue that's a wide corridor. And you know, I think I might have told all of you the only thing that really, I had my eye on Marshall Allen the whole night. I was like, he cool? All right, he 99. If he's cool, then I'm cool. If he's cool, I'm cool. Where's he at? You okay? You out here with everybody in the room? Okay, that's good. So I met this person. I saw this person and came up to me and was like, hey, I want to be at your workshop. And I'm like, really? Like, just imagine, like, at the club, like, I'm hosting that night too. It was a last minute thing. I'm like, Urs, can you introduce everyone? I was like, yeah. It was wild. And then in between that somewhere, I was like, okay, I'm like, all right. And now we here together. And anyway, I'm saying it's the person that the word estuary came from. And now it's like a whole thing. Give it up for
I'm a Scotch bonnet.
On that one. Laura said she got her Scotch bonnet. Oh, we're here.
This is what's like,
I'm
short,
sorry.
so I'm gonna move it.
Did I do something?
No. When people step on the cable, it's, oh, I moved it out the way a little bit.
Not to step on them.
It's not on. It's not on. Her mic's not on.
Again, you know?
There it is.
She's on. She's on.
It's a short.
Yeah, poets.
It's great to be.
Power of the poets.
This is garment piece. I found a piece of tape with my father's name stuck on the inside of my trousers, a tailor's writing. I mistook it at first for my mother's. She's arranged for the careful adjustment of my father's clothes. She's arranged carefully the details of the cut and fit, when to pick up the altered pieces, the payment. Sewn intention and ease into all of our lives. Her fingers tired, her foot on the pedal late at night, early in the day, cooking, cleaning, catering to his needs, her children's needs, always before her own. I wear my father's clothes. I wear my mother's sincerity. And this is without. With the feeling of being at war with myself, without my usual fire to fight. With these questions I cannot answer. Where do I go when I turn away from myself? Why am I so clumsy with my needs? My dear, do you want to be well?
Yes.
Without a valid driver's license, don't ask me how I got here today. With the grief that I pushed in the back corner of my back closet in a home that I made with the man I married 10 days before you were in the ground. Without that man now too. With the bigness of time, without the ability to be on time anywhere. With searching eyes, I look for you outside Juma at Masjid Al Jamia. On that cold December night, on a rooftop in Mantua, where I rang in 29 on your 40 nights. Without a plane ticket, but with hot-footed desire. Without feeling at home in my body, but with faith that I'll find my way back. With real love, big love, knowing that I have what I need and what I need more of, I'll grow.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Without you, with you.
Check the batteries in that light.
Yeah, hard.
Check the batteries in that light. Somehow checking the batteries in the other light.
Yo, little drama before you went to
So
public.
we got replacement batteries?
We rocking, say we? Yeah. We get more, we know how to party and shit too, when we not all sad and shit, we go when we sad and shit. We go like to
I
party.
don't know. Are there other batteries? Yeah.
Without. Never got a problem with or without. Yo, right quick, cause Sade turned around and looked at me. Cause everybody, we gotta like, look, in case you don't know this Tony K reference, okay?
Yeah.
So I wanna get it completely right. Okay, so we get it word for word. Yes, the salt eaters, if you do not know. Are you sure you wanna be well, sweetheart? That is like, this is like, you know, when I was sharing with you things that keep me alive. That, this statement right here. This statement right here keeps me alive. Are you sure, sweetheart? That you want to be well? Just so you're sure, sweetheart, and ready to be healed. Cause wholeness is no trifling matter. A lot of weight when you're well.
Yeah.
That is a reference that Mara is making as Tony Cable Bar, let's get it together. Yes, thank you, Bar. Char, you turned around, looked at me. She hit something. I love that. All right, so like, I think that's a good segue and intro, until we're almost done. It's my friend, see this, you know this.
Yes.
The grief piece, right? The
Yes,
grief
the grief
piece.
piece.
No, it's after, right?
Yeah, Shayla.
You put it right there like. You know, it's right, because you're last. It's okay, maybe it was my procrastination, because I'm scared to read Shayla's piece, it's okay, I'm not scared. I'm honored. But I just like to be able to do a good job with people's feelings and thoughts and their stuff when they give it to me. So I get a little nervous because I hold this stuff dear. And I don't know who I told, but I collapsed on my bed last night and I got home. And I was surprised when I woke back up. I was like, oh shit, that's a lot. And I'm glad, I like that a lot. A lot of other lots I do not like. But it was good to wake up having held all of this, right? And shared it and held and be tired from it. So this is Shaylin Buskirk's poem. And if you remember Shaylin's story, the first night for her sons. So is this okay? Shaylin, I don't know if Shaylin is listening, or maybe somebody can tell Shaylin. Because I didn't get to tell Shaylin. When I watched my mother lose her oldest son, my oldest brother, when I was 18, carried it through my whole life and never stopped thinking about him. I wish that I could remember specifically how his voice sounds, but I would really like to talk to Shaylin. It's so hard when we don't get to get in. So Shaylin, I'm just saying, I'd like to get to know you. This is Shaylin's poem. I've not read this out loud yet. So I read it to myself. Grief and loss are such a heavy burden for me to bear since the loss of losing my two loved ones. The pain is so hard to shake and a cross to bear. It's hard to find the words to say when someone you love so much has gone away. When my firstborn died, I died with him. How do I deal? How will I feel? As my heart is broken and I'm trying to heal, I will never be the same
when I received the news of my second-born son died the same way as my firstborn son. I died again for the second time in my life. How will I get through this tragedy when I'm still suffering my first loss? All I have of both of them are lifetime memories that will forever be in my heart since they are both gone. The laughter, the tears, the smiles, and everything in between. They both lived a good life and their story will be shared. The pain of grief and loss is hard to bear. And know that you are not alone out there. There are others who know and felt this pain all too well. And one day, not now, we will smile and find the hope of joy again in our hearts. Grieve as you must. Grieve as you must. And don't let anyone put a timestamp on your grieving. Grieve as you must. And don't let anyone put a timestamp on your grieving. Remembering the good times and the trust that I shared with my sons, holding them in a space where I will never let them go. Knowing they are truly gone in the physical makes me sad, but knowing they are truly gone in the physical makes me sad. But knowing they are with each other makes me so glad. Both of them will always remain in my heart. Part of me knows they're both gone, but they are never far from me. As I gain two angels that are looking down at me, I will forever speak their names and keep their memories alive. Respectfully, Shayla, Rucker. Nyla, I chose I don't think I chose one. It's like I was selfish. Because I was selfish for all of us. Because I was like, the way Nyla ended it today, I'm like, yeah, that's a good place. I need to end there now. It's really, I didn't know I was doing that before when I said that. Earlier, I didn't know. Right there, so look how the choice was correct. I'm not gonna say no.
Yes.
This is called Roots. When I need to feel their presence, be flanked by more than memory, weave a story into living body, a beauty I can breathe. I sit by the dreaming tree. There, amid the sounds of limbs leaping, seed pods cracking, I remember. I too am root and branch, can drop deep and fan high, be carried, my infinite mycelial cells, to where I first began. In the songs of my grandmothers, and their mothers, wearing poems at their throats, clap of painted hands, calling to fire and water, circling, always circling this place that I can find through red thread and cassia bark, a stone pressed to my heart. At the dreaming tree, they meet me, far from suffering's eyes. Dear child, daughter of sun-warmed soil and sea, to bow down to this grief, work its nicks and grooves, is to resurrect a holy joy that journeys backwards, forwards, now, wants us flourishing, free.
Oh, yes.
This is listening to Bill Evans. Blue, always the color that comes first, trying to shade this softness, wide-eyed, waterless stare, even as a river moves through ribcage. River carved from last words, last touch, the last I didn't give. Oh, this blue heart, blue hurt, blue sky bruised, absence running through me, lonely for a home.
Yes.
I just wanted to say thank you to Ursula for giving all of
Yes.
our absences, our
Yes.
longings, our woundings, our
Yes.
lovings, all of it at
Yes.
home this weekend in writing
Yes.
and in this together.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
She stole my line. So I'm going to just do a quick PSA. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to, one, thank everyone for coming to this Grief, Loss, and Good Gains workshop. What a name. And this project is funded by the William Penn Foundation and in part by Independence Public Media Foundation. I want to thank SIFT Media 215 members, tech crew, Eliza Turner, Ebony Zambani, Erica Hawkins, Leanne Lindsay, Destiny Cox, and a shout out to members and producers, Nadine and Marlene Patterson, and of course, the one and only Nikki Harmon. Can we give it up for Nikki? And thank you also, Little Drummer Boy Recording Studios in South Philadelphia, where we are, to Antonio for his hard work and Samori Coles, and also the Maplewood Mall where we were earlier. So I just want to say, Maplewood, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a shame. And I'm from Mount Airy. You know, that's a mess. Thank you. Because my dad used to buy vitamins there, so I know what we're talking about. SIFT Media 215 is a support system for independent media filmmakers and artists who work in the Philadelphia, and we have members now all around the country for women of color particularly, and a support for socially conscious, specifically women identified filmmakers. And our goal is to amplify the work of and creative opportunities for Black and Latinx women content creators. So without further ado, let me just introduce, I think she deserves an introduction. So please bear with me. Ursula Rucker, a Philadelphia treasure. And I can just say this is part of her fan club because I know I'm a member of it. Yes. She is a poet, a recording artist, an activist, a teacher, and revolutionary. Ursula is a certified veteran of the global music and poetry scene and one of our own. A skilled writer and dynamic performer, as we have all seen. Rucker's rich and textured voice is one of the world's great living instruments. For nearly 3 decades, Rucker has used fiery prose and invigorating imagery to excite and inspire listeners worldwide. Her solo albums are brimming with power and wide-ranging musical diversity, and she has built an equally impressive catalog as a collaborator. Rucker can be heard on dance floors across the world. Let's get up and dance as the voice of many house and dance music classics. She has toured with her live performance memoir, My Father's Daughter, which she describes as a 90 minutes of self-truth and discovery. She was a 2018 recipient of the prestigious fellowship from the Pew Center for Arts and Change. Yes, yes. 1920, she released Big Small Poems for Pockets, of which many of you got some of them this weekend, a chapbook of haikus. In 2021, Ursula collaborated with artist Vince Frazier on his exhibit Ashe Afro Frequencies, which debuted at the Art Tech House in Miami and was recognized as Best Art Exhibit 2021 by Time Out Miami. At the class of 2022, Ursula had the distinct honor of being selected for the Philadelphia Culture Treasures Fellowship, recognizing her continued commitment to the advancement of art and artist advocacy, and an endorsement from her community that her legacy is essential. Essential. Let me say one more time. Repetition is joy. Essential to the cultural fabric of Philadelphia, and aren't we blessed? And without further ado, please, Ursula, thank you so much for gracing us. And can you grace us with the mic to take us out? Ashe, amen, amen, ra.
I do not know. I just think, all right, because I'm feeling super fucking I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? Like all Virgos want is credit and love and shit. Then when it happened, if you shy and shit, you be like, oh shit, I'm gonna run out the door. All right, love y'all. Thank you. I mean, hey, listen, I could go on all night. The love is real. It's in there. The portal is open. The fucking thread is open. We're gonna put our shit in there and continue to communicate. Y'all did the damn things, y'all. Little drummer boy and Steph and everyone that Steph, the little drummer boy and Blue and Maplewood Mall and all of you and me and all of us. Alright, on this day there will be no talk of war, politics or disaster or death. On this day, we will speak only of love. There will be only love on tongue and lip and in heart and thought, and it won't be that Hollywood type of love, not TV love, not dime store novel love, and certainly not, absolutely not mainstream music love. Love, you know, love. Love that has been worked on like gardens and term papers. Love that has been nurtured like children, and well, like children. Love that falls, crashes even, burns, but dusts off, fixes up, and rises more brilliant than before, Phoenix love. So let us speak only of love, healing love, no herbal or over-the-counter love, real healing love like God's love, the Most High's love, nature's love, your best friend's love, your mama's love, your little baby's love. Love is love. Change the world, love. Human love. Humans. What's up? Love. Ileana. Humans. Love. Love soft. Love hard, but just love. Enjoy this new garden.
Yes.
Work on it together. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to grow from year to year. It's going to be perennial. It's going to win blue ribbons and everything. And folks are going to come from far and wide just to see it and wish they had it. Had this kind of, you know what's coming next. I'm about to sing it. Enjoy this new garden.
Yes.
Work on it together. It's going to be so beautiful. It's going to grow from year to year. It's going to be perennial. It's going to win blue ribbons and everything. folks are gonna come from far and wide just to see it. And they gonna wish they had it. Had this kind of garden, this kind of. 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 Had this kind of garden, this kind of.
Love.
Yeah. Guess what?
A John feels that.
We done. We done.
Thank you so much. Yeah, everybody, capital J. Yo, you get the award. Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a beautiful experience. Beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
I said we need to go, we need to do it away from it, like we'll all be together.
I'm down.
For like a weekend.
Yeah, let me know.
One night together.
Yeah.
Just tell my mom, you know, she made me go.
So,
You won't want to go, you won't want to go.
Ursula, you're not gonna do a James Brown and come up again?
Oh, you want to go?